Hey friends, welcome back for another video. My name is Denise and today we're standing in my kitchen. We'll be reviewing my top 10 lists of kitchen tools for a small kitchen. I live in a 1920s craftsman home with all of the original charm and original cabinets that don't shut and all the limited space that entails. And so over time, I have had to curate a collection of beautiful and practical kitchen tools that serve a dual purpose. Perhaps they go from the stovetop to the tabletop, or I can use them for storage or packing lunch, meal prep. If any of these things are of interest to you and you're interested in having beautiful and practical tools that you can use every day in your small kitchen, or perhaps you are a minimalist and you would like to have fewer tools that perform double duty, then please stick around, grab your cup of coffee or tea, and let's get started. I should say that some of the products that we'll be discussing today were gifted to me, and so I've linked them using affiliate links in the description box below. If you choose to purchase something, I may earn a small commission at no additional cost to you. Thank you so much for considering clicking on my links. First up is my collection of cast iron cookware. And you can see that I keep them stacked on my stove, and this is where they live. I learned this from my mama, okay? And so this is how I do it. But the reason I love these four pieces, and they are dual purpose, is because they're cleverly designed. First of all, they came pre-seasoned. So here is a deep Dutch oven with a top that doubles as a skillet. So I can move it over to the side and I can be cooking, for example, a curry here and toasting my tortillas in the skillet on the burner next door, let's call it. They came pre-seasoned, and as I've been using them after every use, I go ahead and season them again. But I think it's pretty clever to have a pre-seasoned cast iron Dutch oven that I can cook on the stove top, and then if, for example, I wanted to bake a loaf of bread, I can carry the whole thing and move it from the stove top into the oven with no plastic parts to melt. I'm going to move this big guy out of the way and show you the next one. Its friend is also quite clever. It's actually upside down, so let me flip it. Also pre-seasoned is a square casserole dish. When I remove the top, you'll see that the top is a grill. And so again, two pieces that work together so that I can have everything that I need in my tiny kitchen. I personally think that this piece is great for roasting root vegetables, and you can use it on the stove top as well. And I have used my grill for example, grilling ciabatta bread for breakfast in the morning, but perhaps you might use it for getting those pretty grill lines on your asparagus. Let me know in the comments what you think about these two pieces. The last of the pieces in my cast iron collection is this really cool biscuit pan. Also cast iron, and it also came pre-seasoned. It has 7 shallow wells, and it was traditionally used for making biscuits, but I think it's pretty great for perhaps making cornbread and maybe little bread loaves so that if you're entertaining, everyone gets their own little dinner roll. Because it's cast iron, it gives everything those delicious, charred, crispy edges, but then you get the soft, squishy center. I think it has a really cool vintage vibe that's really beautiful, but it also takes very little space in the oven. You can see it's just a few inches wide, and so you can have multiple things going in the oven at the same time. Let me know what you would use this beautiful little biscuit pan for. Um, as all cast iron does, it just gets better with time. As long as you take care of it and season it after every use, after you've cleaned it and re-season it, you'll have it forever. So I'd love to know what you think about this little guy. This glass teapot is such a beautiful way to share your tea with friends. I love that it's all glass with a glass infuser so that I can see the color of the tea as it steeps. Today, I have chamomile and linden tea in the infuser for a calming effect. Smells really yummy too. What else can I share? I love that it has a bamboo handle and knob and that it has a wide mouth because it makes it easy to clean. The best part is that it pours beautifully. I will be sure to leave a link for the teapot in the description box if you'd like to try it. Next up, these linen feel disposable napkins. They are just more elevated than your everyday paper towel. They have a soft woven texture that feels like real linen, but without the laundry. I love using these when I'm hosting friends and setting a beautiful table, or when I'm just setting the table for myself, but I need something a little more special. So I keep a small stack of them on my counter, always within reach. The mug that I'm using is actually part of a set. May I share it with you? This set of mugs caught my eye because it is beautifully designed and practical. First, there are four ceramic mugs that nest into each other and then they stack inside this metal sage green stand. I love the speckled color of the mugs and I really like the sage green of the stand. It's a muted color and so it matches well with the rest of the decor in my kitchen. I also think that the oval handles are really cool. Because I have such a small kitchen, vertical storage is essential, and so I have two sets. One is vintage, which I'm sorry I can't link for you, but they're really large mugs for coffee. And when I came across this smaller set of smaller mugs, they're perfect for tea. I tend to use them when my friends come over and I serve tea and cookies, and we just really enjoy using them. Speaking of stackable items, the next thing I'd like to share with you is my preferred way to store food. These glass containers with bamboo tops are not only beautiful, they're practical. I tend to use them when I go to conferences and I need to pack a lunchbox, but I also use them to store my food in the fridge, like leftovers. I will share with you my larger ones that are actually quite old and used and loved. I've got a squash lentil curry in the bottom and a little bit left of brown rice. This has been my meal prep for the week. They have a rubber gasket so that they're airtight and they won't spill. And also the tops are made from bamboo so that they're not only beautiful if you put them on display on a shelf, but also they make for a quick cutting board if you need to. Speaking of food storage, what happens when you need a plastic baggie but you'd prefer to have a sustainable option? I have a solution for you. I love using these silicone baggies. They come in a set of four. My fourth one is currently in use. But I love these because they are freezer safe, dishwasher safe, and they're perfect for keeping snacks in your purse, like fruit and nuts. This one is currently filled with almonds. They're, in my opinion, much better than single use plastic. And yes, they are silicone, but because they're reusable, I feel good about using them. They would be great for moms if you need to pack your kids' lunch bag. And yeah, also good for you stashing your own goodies in your purse. When I pack my lunch, I use the little guy sometimes to put in a spoon and a napkin, like the linen napkins that we mentioned earlier. And then I've got my own utensils rather than using plastic. The next thing I'd like to share are my kitchen knives. These are my daily use ones, and this is my special one. I will link these in the description box for you. They're perfect for every day, super sturdy and beautiful, but this, this one is giftable, and this is my special guy. It is a chef's knife that comes with a Japanese, I'm gonna guess this is linen or double gauze cloth with embroidery on it. And the chef knife comes in a wooden box with a sheath to protect you. It even has a little stone for resharpening your knife. What's beautiful about this knife is that it's made from German stainless steel, and the handle is solid wood and very, very sturdy. It's perfect for chopping your onions and your veggies, mincing garlic, perhaps mincing your herbs, and it's also really beautiful, highly durable. I really love it, and I love that it comes in a wooden box if you would like to give it as a gift. Let me know in the description box what you think about this chef's knife. I have one more surprise to share with you. The last item I want to share with you is the little brother of the knife that we just saw. It is a 6-inch fillet knife made from Damascus steel, which means it has this wavy pattern. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it has a beautiful wavy pattern that's made from hammering layers of stainless steel and reheating it and hammering it again, which makes it super sturdy. Again, we have the wooden handle, and this knife, although traditionally used for cutting fish, is really great for a plant-based kitchen. You can use it for making really fine cuts, and you might use it for cutting fruit when you're entertaining. This knife also brings its own little block for sharpening it and also has the sheath. I think that both knives paired together are not only beautiful, they're practical, especially for special occasions when you have friends over and you're cooking together and you want to use your most beautiful tools. So let me know what you think about these two guys. Would you use them in your kitchen for entertaining, or would you give them as gifts since they come in these beautiful wooden boxes? Thank you so much for allowing me to share my absolute favorite kitchen tools with you for a teeny tiny kitchen. I am going to go eat my curry soon that I cooked in my cast iron Dutch oven, and I'm thinking of making a peach cobbler. What do you think? Would you like to see that on my channel? Please leave a comment below and let me know which of my favorites is your favorite. And if you'd like, you can find all of the links below. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. If you are not done watching, I am going to go ahead and leave you 2 videos right here so that you can keep watching. Thank you so much for sharing some of your time with me today, and I will catch you next week. Bye!